So we're the group eLogic. As you can see, stands for engineering logic. Our team members, I guess we'll just go ahead and introduce.
Jessica, Lanita, Delk.
And my name is Patrick.
Daniel wasn't here today, but my name's Aiden. Some brainstorming ideas. eLogic was something that we kind of came up with pretty quickly. We tried to mess around with our names as well. Nothing worked. We also tried to mess around with our possible majors, but some of us weren't sure what we were doing, so that also didn't work. I think Nita was the one that at first suggested eLogic. So yeah, as soon as we said that, it sounded simple enough, catchy enough that we kind of all just went with it. First couple sketches, obviously they know within gears when you're thinking about like engineering. I think most people thought of that for their logo. The light bulb up there representing an idea. Patrick made the second one.
Yeah, so I made the logo on left side, or right side. very first. The initial idea was since we have five people, so the five finger was holding together. That means we'll have a good teamwork, you know. And the spinner that we are holding means we are doing engineer stuff. Actually, the first name that I came up was the hope of the word engineering, but I found out that wasn't a good name. Then we changed it to eLogic.
Patrick also came up with that one.
Yeah. Then we found out that we're not actually doing one subject. So we have like computer science, we have mechanical engineer, we have civil engineer, and so we cannot just represent those engineers by five fingers.
Yeah, and the other thing with the wrench was that we were pretty sure we'd seen that logo somewhere. We couldn't figure out where, but we were like, we don't really want to imitate anything else. So we just scratched the first two ideas, and then.
So Patrick and Nita were still sharing about this. Matrix. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I used matrix to represent the computer science, and the gears to show the mechanical engineers, and the ruler and pen means civil engineer. Well, the meaning of shell is because I like the shell. Then we found out that even though we like it, it's so hard to put this on the computer. So we just changed after this.
So this one included all the details. We were trying to stay more simple. And Nina and Patrick are great drawers. Everybody else is fairly not such great sketches. So we kind of started out with using the calipers and the eLogic. We all like this one. We kind of threw in some random ideas, but they didn't really work out. So there's like calipers with the banner. We were trying to decide between eLogic or engineering logic, what would work better. Oh yeah, here's some ideas. Kind of, we wanted to have the 3D look within our design. Did we want to do shading or just have like just a sketch to be simple?
And then this one, we again incorporated the 5 cogs in the gear. So there's 5 members of the team, therefore that's how we incorporated all of the team members. We decided that keeping it simple was probably a good idea rather than so cluttered. So we wanted to keep something very simple, and we also wanted a logo that stood alone without the words in it necessarily, so it could be used in multiple applications as we continue on with what we're doing in the class. So we just decided that inside the cogs or the gear, we would drop the lowercase e for, at first kind of like, iPad or, iPhone or whatever, or email. So we thought, oh, eLogic, so we'll just drop the e in there. So that's what we're calling our team, is just eLogic instead of saying engineering logic. And the L, of course, represented with the scale of the square. So every discipline could use a measuring device as well as the calipers for a more detailed measuring device, so we thought that that would cross all of our courses of study, whether it's mechanical or civil or just design or structural, whatever the engineering path would be, that would incorporate all of us in there and show the teamwork effort. And then we wanted just very clearly the letters, logic, because that's one of the goals of the class is using, logical processes. So we wanted that one big and bold with the word engineering, a little more freestyle on top. So you can see it kind of went from sketch to the finished design, which was built in Adobe Illustrator. Could have used AutoCAD as well and embellished it a little bit, but we decided we needed it look good black and white, because that's the true gauge of a successful logo, is if it looks good in black and white, it will always look good in color, as long as you don't make it some rainbow thing, unless you want that to be representative of your team. So we wanted it to look like metal, and those are the effects that we made, a little drop shadow so that it has a 3D effect on it, but mostly that it represents all of the members of our team very well.
So yeah, some of the difficulties we had while making our logo was really just, we all had a bunch of ideas that we were gonna have to just choose one, so that was hard to just boil it down to a couple and then just picking one that we were gonna go with. We didn't want to mimic an existing logo, and we also, on that final idea, we wanted to include everyone's input. The fun while making our logo was just brainstorming and sketching. Everyone was having fun trying to create something, learning everyone's creativity and drawing capabilities. Some of us were better than others. I would have one of the good ones. Seeing our sketch become finalized with Adobe Illustrator, Nita did a really good job. Pretty much the final logo looked exactly like the sketch that you guys saw, so that was awesome being able to see that come to life. And that's about it.
Okay, thank you. Any question? Okay, yep, thank you.
Or the last one?
All of us did. You saw the brainstorming page. That was a good question. The question was, who came up with the idea for the final logo? All of us contributed to that. The brainstorming page just kind of took everybody's ideas and we just randomly threw them on there. Patrick was sketching in detail on another sheet. So we just kind of took them all together, and then as we're looking at them, we're like, okay, let's make it simplistic. What do we do? How about gears? So on that brainstorming page, you can see a couple of implementations of gears as well as Patrick's sketch. So we just kind of took little components of it, threw it together, and passed for how's this look, and everybody kind of came up with consensus. Everybody just kind of came together and said, yeah, that's what it needs to look like. Thank you. Any other questions?
Thank you.